viewers, it's Kristin, and I have a different sort of video for you guys today. I had asked on Instagram if anybody wanted to see this kind of video, and there was just a small percentage that didn't, and the vast majority did, so I'm going to give you my tips and tricks on how to work from home. As we know, things have changed a lot in our world right now, and a lot of people are working from home that haven't worked from home before. So I will tell you this, the tips and tricks that I'm going to give you are coming from somebody who works at home and does not have children. I'll try to come up with some things here and there, I guess, as far as things I would suggest for kids. I can't even actually say that because I don't have kids. I can't help with that. But I can give you some tips, at least what I do. I've been working from home for a couple of years now. As you guys know, or may not know, if you're new here, welcome. I travel a lot for work to the office, but in between that, I am here. And here in my house, working. So I have some notes that I kind of made and that sort of thing. So here's the first thing that I would say. Get up and get ready like it's your normal work day, like you are leaving the house. I certainly dress in more comfortable things. I'm not wearing, dress pants and and a blazer to my office across the way here, but some people might need to do that. Find what you need to do to help you feel like you are at work. If you're a person that can roll out of bed, grab some coffee, and head into your office or your space, we'll talk about that in a minute, and do your thing, great. But for me, I need to get up, shower, at the very least do my hair. I don't always do my makeup, but I can tell you that I generally feel more productive when I have put myself together first. Whatever that means for you, put yourself together first and then tackle your work day. I had a friend once tell me that his brother used to get his mind wrapped around it, he would actually go out one door of his house and come in a different door and then walk to his office space. Whatever you have to do to make you feel like you are up and ready to go, that's what you need to do. Okay, so then let's talk about a space. It's crucial to have a dedicated workspace. I realize that a lot of you that maybe are watching this is not something you do or are planning to do forever. We don't know how long this will be, certainly, and you'll probably be back in your office, but I think it's important to have a space. And here's where, if you have kids, then hopefully your kids can understand that this, when mom or dad is in this space, they're working. And maybe what that means for different age kids, I don't know. I'm not going to try to parent because I'm not a parent. But you know what I'm saying. So dedicate yourself a workspace. Even if it's, if you have some way to put things on if it's going to be the end of your kitchen table, that then you can remove it for the day when you're done. But dedicate yourself a workspace. So set yourself firm hours, and this can go either way. This can go, it's really easy because I'm working at home that I'm just gonna do a little bit and then not really do a little bit. It can go that way, and it can also go, it's very easy, and I am guilty of this. I'll walk in there to check email at 5:30 before I've grabbed my coffee, or as I grab my coffee before I get ready for the day, and all of a sudden it's 7 o'clock, and I've been in there for an hour and a half, and my workday hadn't even technically started yet. Or, I work 7 to 4. Those are the hours that I work. And, I'll be like, I'm just going to do this one more thing, and then I'll start working on it. Or I'm just going to do this, and then I turn around and it's 6 o'clock. So you have to be good either way, as far as you don't live in there, because it's very easy because it's right there. It's very easy to keep working, and don't not live in there either. Hopefully I'm making some sense here. Your company is, if you're working from home as a general rule, let's take what's going on in our world right now out of it. If you're working from home, your company, it's kind of a privilege. I look at it as a privilege to be able to work from home. And don't take advantage of that. Give them the hours they are paying you to work for them. You know what I mean? So certainly there's the privilege of, okay, well, I can just go throw a load of laundry, and absolutely go do that. Take advantage of that. That's, that's fine. But make sure that you're giving them the hours that you're being paid, is what I'm saying. So for me, if I get up and do something quickly and it takes me longer, then I will skip my lunch, or I'll only take a half-hour lunch instead of an hour. Frequently, I just grab something, go back to my office, and I eat work. But I'm just just saying, be conscious of the privilege that it is to be able to work from home. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so figure out kind of how you work best. So if you, especially now, if you're used to the office being a hustle and a bustle and lots of people talking and things going on or whatever, if you're used to having music, then do that. Give yourself some background music. For me, if I'm really concentrating on something, especially if it's mathematical or something like that, I need to have silence. But the rest of the time, I am actually more productive if I have that background noise. Whether it's the news kind of on in the background or music playing. For me, my Alexa, I'm saying that softly so it doesn't set yours off, is in the kitchen. So if I can have music playing there, that doesn't bother me here. Or I'll put Pandora on my phone, on my work phone, playing, and then when a call comes in, it automatically cuts it off, so I have to worry about muting it or whatever. So figure out how you work best in regard to sound and surroundings and that sort of thing, and that will help you to really kind of feel like you're still in a work zone. So taking a break on occasion is important, because in the office, you're used to maybe somebody will stop, pop up and say, hey, how's your weekend? Or what are you doing this week? Whatever. Those kind of breaks, and you don't have those necessarily when you're working from home, unless you have your kids home, which, hopefully these tips will be helpful for those working from home all the time, and then for those that are doing this, just for a short period of time. But yeah, give yourself kind of that mental break. Don't lock yourself in there for hours on time, because if you don't give yourself that break like you're used to having, I feel like you can't be quite as productive. So for me, you guys know I vlog a lot, so I might get up, grab another cup of coffee, and then I'll vlog for like 5 minutes and chit chat with you guys or whatever, and then I go back to work. So kind of give yourself those breaks. And I will tell you this, and I just recently discovered this. I started walking here and there again. Obviously I'm not like super fit, but I went outside for a walk. It wasn't quite the end of the day. I had already skipped my lunch that day. It was 3:30, and I just could not focus anymore. I went out for a walk. I came back about 45 minutes later, and I sat down and I worked for another hour and a half. Because I had that burst of energy. So that the mental break is important for you, get up and get moving. That's kind of the next thing I want to speak to, is to stay active. I think that I'm not talking about getting up and lifting weights in the middle of your work day. I mean, if you want to do that on your lunch, whatever, go ahead. But kind of, being sure to have that, get up, and I have helpful. My watch will tell me. A lot of us have the watches that say stand up, and I'll be like, all right. I needed that reminder even when I was in the office. So this is just kind of in general. Every once in a while, you got to get up and get your, get your heart moving and move around a little bit, and just kind of, just remind yourself you're alive and awake and you're not just doing your work. Does that make sense? And then the last kind of point that I have is keep in communication with the people that you work with. So the office employees where I work, they are now working from home. And, we are trying to talk, we're talking with each other about things. And sometimes instead of sending email, I'll just pick up the phone and call, because it's kind of human interaction. And one of the gals that I work with, she likes to FaceTime. So instead of calling me about something, like just on the phone, she'll FaceTime me. So you have that kind of interaction. I think, and for work, we've always done Zoom calls. So they might all be in the office and then I'm on Zoom, and we're still doing those. And I feel kind of invigorated after we have one of those, because while this is normal for me working from home, it's not normal for me to work from home and then never leave my house, and the same thing the day after that, and the same thing the day after that. So that's a little bit of an adjustment for me and for all of us. Things are just different right now. So whatever you can do to kind of have that sort of face-to-face interaction, I think that is important. So those are just kind of some of the things that were on the top of my head. If any of you guys have great ideas as far as how to work from home, things that you found have worked for you, especially if you have kids, because I can't speak to that, or if somebody's made a video that speaks to working from home with kids, list that as well. Or, list the name. I think sometimes actual links will get spam, marked as spam, so maybe just list the person and the name of the video or something like that. Let's all help each other. Let's come together. I think there's never been a time in the history, aside from 9/11, that I can remember where we needed to come together more as a community than right now. So as a world community. So hopefully you guys found this helpful. Like I said, please leave any ideas, questions, things that I could possibly answer for you that I didn't answer here below. And I will try to do that. Thank you for watching. Stay positive if you can, please. Faith over fear. Really try to take care of yourself, of course. Take care of those that can't take care of themselves. And yeah, just be kind. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. And in everything that you do and say, be beautiful. Bye.